On a dark night, in a small town surrounded by dark forests, stories circulate about a figure who has never been seen clearly. He is known as Slender Man. No one knows for sure when this legend began, but the story has spread fear for years. The figure is tall, shapeless, often visible from the corner of the eye. With its long arms flying through the air, it targets children and those lost in the forest. However, only those with courage or bad luck dare to delve deeper into this story. One quiet night, 3 teenagers, Adam, Sari, and Bhima, decided to prove that the legend of Slender Man was just a myth. With their flashlights shining on the narrow path in the forest, they stepped deeper into the darkness.
Come on, just keep going. We have to reach the boulder before midnight. If we don't find it, then this legend must be a lie.
Why do we have to do this? This is just a story to scare you, nothing more.
You guys are too paranoid. Slender Man is just an internet invention. If there was something, we would have seen it by now.
However, in the middle of their conversation, Sari felt something that made the hairs on the back of his neck stand up. He turned quickly, but there was nothing. Only the tall trees sat silent under the pale moonlight.
Wait, did you hear something? Like someone is lurking.
As they continued walking, a long shadow began to appear in the corner of their vision. It's not clear, but it feels like someone is watching. Slowly, a tall and thin figure appeared among the trees, lurking in the distance. A figure taller than an ordinary human, without a face, with long hanging arms. They didn't realize that with every step they were getting closer into his grip.
What was that? Did you see? That shadow is so tall.
Could it be that it's just a tree, but it feels too strange?
We have to get out of here now.
They run, but the shadow was getting closer. Slender Man appeared among the trees without a sound, moving as if gliding across the ground. No faces, no expressions, but there was something gripping, which made them unable to move. Adam fell, and when he turned, he saw those long arms ready to grab him.
Bhima! Sari! Help me!
And at that moment, the forest fell silent again. Slender Man has taken his victim, disappearing into the dark. Adam was never found, leaving only a faint trace among the dry leaves. Now the legend lives on, and the forest has never felt safer. You might think this is just a legend, but if you walk in the forest at night, look carefully between the trees. If you see a tall and thin shadow, it may be too late, because once you see him, Slender Man won't stop following you. A week has passed since Adam's disappearance, and the small town is no longer the same. News about Slender Man spreads, building fear among the population. Police searched the forest many times, but all they found was silence. Sari and Bhima, who managed to return, now live in fear. They know something has changed, and Slender Man may not be done with them yet.
It's just the wind. Just the wind.
Sari tried to run, but her legs felt heavy. The Slender Man was already in the doorway, hovering silently, his long hand extended, almost touching it. Bhima also couldn't forget that night. The guilt he harbored had now turned into a fear he couldn't get rid of. He felt like every step he took was being followed. Every shadow on the road seemed to be moving to watch him.
You're there, right?
However, no one can escape from Slender Man. Bhima tripped and fell to the wet ground. When he tried to get up, the figure was right above him. This time, Bhima couldn't do anything. 2 people have gone missing. Now, only the legend remains, growing stronger with each person who hears it. Slender Man is not just a story. It is a shadow lurking between nightmares and reality. And for those who meet him, there is no turning back. Not just stories you hear to scare yourself. He is a figure who waits in the place where fear is buried deep. In the dark corners of your mind, behind the shadows that you never pay attention to. When you start to feel that there is something invisible, something following your every step, maybe that's when he has chosen you. Remember, once you see it, you will never be truly free. No place is safe enough. No door is strong enough. And if you hear a soft knock at night, keep quiet. Don't answer, because Slender Man is always listening, waiting for the right time to bring your ultimate fear. In the end, he will come for you. And when that time comes, you can never go back.